Alright, as promised, here we go with part 2 of the YZ125 review. I'm back at GTR. We're racing this weekend, and this sand track is brutal rough today. We have over 200 riders. We ran 2 practice sessions in the morning, and it's chewed up in a way that I have not really seen it chewed up in a couple years. I've been getting my butt kicked in the vet classes on my regular bike, so it's going to be interesting to go out. I'm a third class on the 125. I'm going to run the Warrior class, which is for military and veterans. So I'm going to run that class, give it a shot. There's 5 of us in the class, and they're running us with the 125 AM class, which is the other class I would have rode. So it'd be kind of cool to be out there and just see where this thing lands. I'm just going to go out and have fun. But I felt pretty good on it in practice. The bike, it's just, 125s are fun in the sand, I think. So to me, the 4-stroke's kind of nerve-wracking in the sand. So we're going to go out and see what happens. wrapped up a long day at GTR. I rode 3 classes, 2 on the 350 and 1 on the 125, and it worked out really well. The 125 is today the track was really wet at first, and then it ended up getting really choppy. We had over, I think, like 200 riders on that track today, and it's a sand track, so that was a real legit test of the suspension on that 125. And this thing, as far as I know, it's still completely stock, and it did great. There's a couple of big jumps which you was seen in the video. I did no problem on that 125. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, and then after from like first lap, I was like, yeah, we're going. That's how confident I felt on that bike really quickly. So the way I feel on the bike definitely wasn't a fluke from the other track. It carries over. And something kind of interesting, somehow a guy beat me in plus 35 on my 350, and then I beat him in the military class on the 125. I ended up going 1-2 in the military class. Second moto, I just had a dumb tip over right after the start, and we were down to 3-lap motos by the end of the day because we were running out of daylight. So there was just no recovering. I was close to him, but I couldn't get back to him after picking the bike up, starting and everything. So the funny thing is, with the 125, the one thing I noticed is I was really having to remind myself to re-grip. So we're just, coming out of these curves in the straights and just really remembering to reach around and make sure I was full throttle, because again, I was in sand today, so it had everything that, the bike had to be 100% wide open. But really no surprises and nothing negative about the bike. It does really well. It's a lot of fun to ride, and I think it's going to fit exactly what I hoped it would, which is something I can go out and rip on, but then do some vintage with it too as my, kind of a secondary vintage bike. So I'm trying to think if there's any negatives. Not really. And it's just funny because this bike has been, putted around in the woods, play riding, whatever. Who knows if it's been on a track or last time it's been on a track. But that says a lot for what a good little bike that those YZs are, that you can just take one and do basic prep and take it out and run it at a, not a high level, but at least a race level, right? And I think the next thing I've got to look at is I would like to get a little more power out of it. They started us with the modern 125 class, and granted, I'm carrying 30 pounds more gut than all these kids are, but I jumped off the gate with them as soon as we got moving. They were just gone, because these are 130 pound kids on brand new KTMs and Huskies. So that was there's not much recovering from that. Other than that, yeah, I'd say it was a pretty successful day and successful test of the bike. And I was really, in the video, you can see how rough that track was. And I was just shocked that old stock suspension, and mostly the forks, is what I was surprised about, that they held up so well. I don't know that I'm gonna, do anything with them. I might do a little bit stiffer spring, but they did really good. So yeah, definitely a fun day on the 125. It put a smile on my face after some rough motos on the 350 to get out on the 125 and just be able to just be aggressive and not be so worried about, can I control the bike? The 125, you're just all throttle and aggression, and it's just so fun. So, hope you enjoy the race footage, and sorry I didn't get the second moto. My camera got full, so I forgot to clear the card, so yeah. Oh well, the first moto is the best one anyway, since I actually managed to win. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for the tech update.